everyone, and welcome back to Astronomy Arcade. My name's Victoria, but you can call me Vicky. But today, you can call me Kai, because it is D&D in Space Night. And we are here, ready to adventure, to continue on our epic quest through the cosmos, and probably just fucking get into a lot of chaos, because that's usually how these streams go. Hi, Skeptical Sig, how you doing? Before I start coughing, I will pass it over to Grant and eat a cough drop.
Okay. Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the adventure as it stands. For those who may or may not be familiar, this is the ongoing adventures of Team Dawn's Horizon, an away team from the colony ship Endurance, far out in the far reaches of the other side of the galaxy. They have been sort of stranded, initially almost arrested, now kind of sabotaged, and on a planet called Anopsis 4, where all sorts of bad things are happening, such as slavery, such as banditry, such as members of the team being kidnapped, and oh yes, Kai's slightly possessed ex has left a note.
Only slightly? There's hope.
Slightly.
That's sarcasm. And yes, that's essentially where we left off. That's about as concise a summary as I can give you. We're essentially picking up the next morning, so everyone please go around and introduce your lovely characters.
Oh, yes.
While I continue to pet my cat.
Excellent. Just like a supervillain would. As I said in the intro, my character's name is Kai. She is our heirloom human pilot of the Dawn's Horizon team. And she is the captain of the team as well. Yeah, that's me. I'll pass it over to Amanda.
Hello, I'm Erebos, aka Eri. I'm your psionic warrior elf. I just found out that I can talk to the demon in my head. Didn't know I could do that. So, that's cool, but I'm also kind of seething right now because he shut me out. So I've spent all night trying to talk to him again, and this is my best friend, Brick.
Yep. I play Brick, also known as Brick, and there's the theme going. I had to keep it up. The tank of the group are reptilian humanoid. Yeah. I don't know. Brick doesn't know what's going on. He just knows he wants to shoot people. I don't know, man.
And Kyle.
And I'm Leaf. I am the psionic adept hacker elf of the group. And it's still crazy to me that we have two psionic elves. We legitimately did not plan this. Also handler to a growing menagerie of alien space critters. And as well as the handler to our lovely AI friend. I called her a sidekick once and she got mad. Bessie.
That's a bold move, saying you're her handler. She's
I stopped her from killing us all repeatedly.
Well, yeah, but
mostly by asking her nicely not to, but you know. I carry her around. She's got a handle. It's fine. She'll understand.
I have another animal for your menagerie.
Oh my god, he's so cute. Is that a Cheeto?
It's a French fry.
Aw.
I love him. He's my friend.
I love him.
I was showing.
Yes.
Great.
Also, mad scientist. Well, mildly irate, and budding eco-terrorist.
There it is.
There we go. That's what we were all waiting for.
There we go. That's the end. That's the period at the end of the Leaf description.
Checklisting everything.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. So I'm going to start, and Vicky, this might go a little out of order you were maybe expecting.
Right.
But I'm going to go ahead and start.
With the music, but that's fine. It's fine.
I am chaos incarnate. We are going to start the next morning. All of you essentially managed to get some sleep. We're counting it as a long rest. And the three of you, Eri, Brick, and Leaf, wake up and find the ship pretty much as it was. It looks like Carta may have Unless you guys gave her a room, which you do have several spare rooms.
Yes,
Um,
of course.
Okay, well, Carta's up before any of you, and she seems to be still trying to figure out where her ship is by tapping the little computer on her wrist. And yeah,
I have a question.
yes.
Because my understanding previously was that her ship was like in the same general loading, like, landing area as ours. And like,
Mhm.
so her ship's not actually just like incommunicado. It's actually gone.
No, her ship's
would
there.
seem so.
Oh, wait, really?
Huh?
Because I was under the impression
thought-
that her ship was just also disabled.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
that
me
too.
too.
She
Because
The
I feel like we
sense
would
you
have
are-
noticed a lot sooner if it was just missing when we walked up.
Yeah.
The sense you have been getting is that she would not be this pissed off if someone had merely disabled her ship. She is.
I think she would, but okay.
She's covering it up. Barely. It's thinly veiled, but she is ready to absolutely destroy whoever's responsible for this.
Okay.
You get the sense nobody touches her ship. And I'm just gonna say, make the chaotic decision. Kai, you're still asleep.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. Also, well, it'll come up when it comes up.
Okay.
Kai left a note out, and I'll just let you know what the note says when somebody comes across it.
Yes. Yes, Mac.
Can you? I know we literally talked about this last week. How much was that awesome gauntlet of returning for my hammer again? And how many credits do we have now?
You have, I think, a little over 16,000, and it was 1,500.
Okay.
Someone else is gonna handle the math today. It's not gonna
Not
be
me.
And I will remind you of this. Gorm did throw in a special offer. A special energizing module should you choose to purchase more goods in addition.
exciting stuff.
What are you thinking about, bud?
Um,
I just have a cup of coffee.
I have a stupid smile on my face.
Yeah.
I kind of want to stop by the shop before we leave.
I mean, if we're gonna rough up these people, I
Yeah.
think we should.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we've got some shopping to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got some shopping to do with you, says Carta, finally putting away the computer. She kind of points in the direction of the armory. Are you planning on fixing the armor that you were bringing along last night?
What's the armor actually made out of?
You're pretty sure it's a steel titanium alloy.
And
Do we have raw materials of that type on the ship?
You have raw materials, you'd be able to replace it with just basic steel.
Hey.
Which is we're going to be implementing some new rules when it comes to power armor. So essentially it
Grant realized
refers
it
to the
was-
damage reduction.
Grant realized it was way too OP, and was like, maybe we need to turn that down a little bit.
We need to adjust this slightly.
just really strong. That's the, armor class anyway. So how damaged is it currently? Is it just AC that's affected, or?
I would say out of the how many hit points does medium power armor have? Because
that's right.
I adjusted that.
Using those. I forgot about this.
Click, 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 click. That was me
so-
this week,
Typewriter.
and that's why my thumb can't move
Oh,
now.
So medium power armor has 80 hit points. It's down to 40.
Okay.
What skill is required to craft power armor?
All you need is repair to repair the plating. If you were to actually craft it, it would be mechanical and electronics combined. Which we know Leaf has.
Because remember how we were talking about Leaf going into the cargo hold before he went to sleep?
Did you custom make some new?
Oh, right.
And fabricating a whole
plating?
bunch of stuff using far too many PowerPoints?
Mm-hmm.
So if you'll allow that to be one of the things he made, that would be great. Otherwise, I guess someone could try to repair it. But
I mean, all it's going to require is a much lower repair check in order to mount them.
right. So, because there were a couple of things that I was making, because you mentioned we have a lot of iron and nickel down there. And I did some reading in your book about what all fabricate can do and what constitutes mineral versus just general raw materials. And it appears, correct me if I'm wrong, that mineral refers to, among other things, there's no special definition of it here. So it's normal definition, which is naturally occurring inorganic substances.
Okay.
Which would actually exclude processed, like refined metals.
Okay.
Where are we going?
Which means that while for just like raw ore, I can only work with up to 9 cubic feet at a time. For actually metal that's already refined, I can work with up to 9 cubic meters of it at a time.
Okay.
So
You know,
we now have.
When you play D&D, pardon me for one moment. When you play D&D, a lot of people, when you become a dungeon master, there's like a thing of like, you have to figure out how your players like to play. And I often ask people when I DM a new campaign, how do they like to play? Do they like combat? Are they role-playing focused? Do they like to solve puzzles? Kyle just likes to fuck with the DM. That's his whole goal. And I'm here for it.
I've picked up on that. Okay, yeah. We'll figure out everything else that Leaf apparently does with that later. Okay, yeah. The power armor can be repaired much more easily now.
Yeah. The other thing that I was going to make was because these are all ferromagnetic metals that we seem to have very unusually large quantities of. So I was just going to take some of the, wire we have lying around, rig up a really little electromagnet really quick by hooking up a power supply to an existing spool of wire that we presumably have, because wire is a thing we use a lot. And then just basically craft a whole bunch of wire out of our ferromagnetic materials. So we now just have a lot of basically razor wire that is magnetized.
Oh my god. Yes, skeptical Sig. With the power of semantics, Leaf will smite his foes. Kyle, really. Leaf just takes advantage of the way the world works.
Okay. You guys are going on a shopping trip. Go. Where are you going first?
Oh, Marie.
I'm getting you out of the ship.
Really quick, as you guys walk out of the ship, you see on the door a little note from Kai that says, if we have money, can you get me these things? Thanks. Okay.
I'll take it.
And I will tell you what they are when prompted, when necessary.
Okay. All right, you guys start heading over to the bazaar. Any stops you make along the way?
I don't remember what exists around here. Oh, I do. I know. There's one thing, which is I'm going to go just swing by the marshal's office.
Okay.
Is the head marshal in?
That's in a different area, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit more of a walk. It's not as close.
That kind of needs to be our first stop.
Okay. Teeman is still at the desk, watching whatever alien sports they're watching. As soon as you walk in, they say, "Oh, good to see you guys."
I offer Teeman wait, Teeman's at the marshal's office, right?
Correct.
Sorry, as we're walking out of the ship area, I'm going to offer. Why can't I remember their name? The dockmaster person, a pool noodle by way of apology for them getting shot at last night.
That would be Miko.
Miko.
Sorry about that.
Miko does not open the door. They're merely just peering out, shuddering.
I'll just leave this here. I'm so sorry.
You just hear a squeak in a language you don't quite understand and the translator can't quite pick up.
Completely fair. I'll take the blame for that one. I'm not with you, but...
Sorry, yes. So Teeman.
Yes, Teeman sits up at the desk to the marshal's office and says, "Oh, welcome. It looks like you guys is everything okay? There was a ruckus last night. I remember
A
hearing something about
ruckus?
that.
The
Haven't
shaking.
heard of a ruckus. What something happened last night?
Well, first I was taking care of the trash this morning, and I found a couple of the magistrate's guards in the dumpster behind the building.
That's so weird.
That is crazy.
Know
Then when I went
nothing
to
about
check,
it.
I noticed there was this giant statue or robot thing in the middle of the courtyard next door that was kind of smoking and destroyed, and another guard who was in need of desperate medical attention. That was quite something. Also, it hasn't. It's strange. The as far as I'm aware, the magistrate hasn't returned yet.
That's odd. You'd think if there was that big a ruckus, someone would have said something.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But Head Marshal would definitely like to speak to you when you have a moment.
Oh, that would be wonderful. We'll just head on up, shall we?
I think the door is open.
Waltzes right past.
Is Carter with them? I'm assuming so.
Yep. Card is with them. She kind of just waves at Teeman as she walks by.
Did Satsi go with you guys?
No.
Okay.
Satsi's still on the ship.
I was just curious. I'm not there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Head Marshal?
Marshal Demora turns around from where she's standing at the window, looking at the marshal's office, and says, "What exactly happened?"
What?
Well,
A lot.
is this a private place to talk?
She gestures to the chairs and presses the button. The room seals itself. And you just hear Carter say, "Interesting. I should do this one of these days."
Well, you wanted dirt?
I assume
And we've-
everyone pulls out all
we
of
just
them.
we got it.
Stack of papers.
Yeah.
And then you just and then like a data drive with all of the pictures as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to hold back one of the papers. Just something mildly damning, but not one of like the really important ones, just so that we have a hard copy of some kind of evidence in case we need to convince somebody else later.
Okay. She starts reading through it and says, "That'll do it. I will reach out to my superiors. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the magistrate not returning, would you?"
That one wasn't us. I can honestly say that.
Well-
I wish it was.
Our ship is currently up there, seeing if his ship is still up there. I will know within the hour.
However, our ship has been disabled,
And hers got stolen completely.
and 2 of our crew are missing, presumably
Demora
courtesy of the magistrate.
is silent for a moment and says, "A lot happened last night. Okay. Well, my hands aren't as tied as they used to be. I think I can help you and spare a marshal or 2 to handle one of the other outstanding problems in this settlement. Where would you like them to start directing their attentions?"
As much as I would love to handle the slavers personally, we have to go after our missing crew. So, if they could mop up the slave pens, slave market.
2 of them won't be enough for the entire slave market, but they'll start getting ready. They'll gather some info.
And we'll go see what we can do about those bandits.
Bandits. Okay, so it wasn't slavers.
We're assuming. Unless the slavers are in the habit of carting people off on rough roads in some form of archaic vehicle.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but what was the description of these people?
I'm not there,
heav-
so sorry.
I don't remember. Did we get a description?
heavily armed, and at least a few of them are dead.
Well, I haven't heard of any of the slavers going missing. Normally, someone would raise a little bit of a fuss about that. Most notably, their buddies.
I don't actually Kyle here does not remember the details of
Yeah, I don't either.
There
Sorry.
wasn't a
I don't think
the
there was.
description.
great
Yeah.
description.
Well,
I'm pretty
I
sure.
would see if you.
Sorry, I shouldn't provide information, but I am pretty sure that our friend the barkeep that I cannot remember her name for the life of me said that
Etza.
they were bandits. So, Etza,
Mm.
yeah, I'm pretty sure she confirmed. But
Oh, okay. That would have been an important detail. I would have held on to that.
yeah,
Yeah. Demora says, I would see if you can find anyone who knows the wastelands pretty well. Because you're going to need to go out there.
Who
We
knows
do-
the
I
wasteland
believe
very
I
well?
have just the person in mind.
Oh, we do.
I can think of a
Oh,
couple.
we do.
Any of the Trackens will know it. They make journeys to their enclave all the time. I would also say Etza is probably a pretty good resource as well.
We could
And
get
you-
that kid.
Paladin Ekin? Last I heard, he's usually at the enclave.
Oh.
Well, we'll have to meet up with him eventually. But agreed, we should probably find someone nearby. Let's see.
And I don't know what kind of vehicles you have available, but you may want to find something that's got some serious all-terrain capability. The wastelands are unforgiving.
Are
There
flying
is a-
things okay.
They could be. Finding a landing place may be difficult, but they could be useful. There is a used vehicle seller in the bazaar if you want to check it out. I believe it's called the Rusted Chassis.
Interesting.
I need to organize my notes. They've gotten out of hand.
Our ATV is an ATV, right? Like it's
It does everything except
rock crawl capability type deal, right?
I mean, something tracked would do better, but yeah, it can do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's the kind of thing you drive like if you're trying to go across like
Yep.
Australia
Ah,
or
yes.
something, you know?
That's
That's the thing that people
you said
do,
it's called
you know?
the Rusted Chassis?
They
Yes,
yeah.
Rusted Chassis. It's run by Dursock. He's a
Oh,
Neiman. He's
blanking
a
on the comment.
interesting character. Tunes up our ship whenever it ends up having issues.
What was the part that was stolen from our ship called?
It was a fuel injector.
thank you. I'm
they
gonna write
happen
that
to
down
sell
because I
fuel
know
inductors?
that.
Injectors?
Yes, and they were missing from each of your sublight engines.
It's very hard to write when you can't bend your thumb. Did you guys know that?
Never would have guessed.
Alrighty.
Demora glances around and says, unless there's anything else you need, I have some marshals to marshal and get over to that office and start securing some evidence.
If you find out who stole the parts from our ship, we'd love to hear about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will keep an eye out for them. They'll definitely look different than anything I've seen. I'll be able to recognize
That's
them
for
right
sure.
away.
And yeah, I don't believe we have anything else.
All right. Demora deactivates the shielding, and you are free to leave.
You guys going shopping now?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Meanwhile,
No! I just started their music!
it's fine.
Grant!
Meanwhile, Kai,
Okay.
I am chaos incarnate.
Uh,
You wake up on the bridge. It's been kind of a restless night. You actually notice that Wonder has snuggled up around your feet.
how did she get in? The door was
Wonders the-
locked.
Wonder's the captain. She has all access. She
That's
has
fair.
access to everything.
You're right.
There's a Wonder door. There's a
Oh.
Wonder shaped door.
That tracks. Yeah.
A big one.
There didn't used to be, but then she made one.
She made one and then we just kind of made it official. Put a little frame around it.
Exactly. So yes, Wonder's been keeping you company.
Okay.
And yeah, you're on the bridge.
Okay. So I slipped. I did not. I was originally okay. Sure.
You got your long night's rest. It's just it took you a little while longer to get that rest.
Okay. All right. Well, I wanted to do
You
this
do
in the
still
middle
have-
of the night, but that's fine. It's for story purposes, Grant. I was gonna. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I wake up. I give Wonder a little pet, and I would say yes. My Kai's sleep was quite fitful. Although I appreciate the fact that you're giving me a long rest. And just full of the, like, you know, those kind of, like, spiraling anxiety thoughts of, like, oh my god, that last conversation with my entire crew where I look like an idiot. Wow, that sucks. Oh man, I really probably shouldn't have sent that message to Zen. I feel really weird about that. Oh man, he responded. Oh god. Okay. Oh, he might die, so might court him. This is a lot. Rima's also, you know, like, somewhere. And it's just... And so she had a hard time sleeping. But when she wakes up, listen, if you have anxiety, you get it. She wakes up in the morning, as I said, gives Wonder a pet, puts out some water for her, I guess, I don't know, whatever Wonder eats, and notices that everyone else is gone, and notices that I just got a message from the DM. Thank you. And sits back down in the actually, I don't know where she would sit. I think she stands, and pulls up a thing and makes a phone call to our favorite Admiral, Monsieur Wadsworth King. We'll see if he fucking answers. Monsieur.
What can I do for you, Kypris?
I'm like, sorry, wrong number, and I hang up, and I call the right number. Because that was definitely not the Admiral.
Did we have a long lost brother at some point?
He's freaking out, man.
What?
Okay.
Somebody mess with the AI programming.
It wasn't me.
It would seem someone is playing a prank on us.
Oh my god.
No. Captain, you are in contact. How may I assist you?
I'm shocked that you answered. Hi, how are you? You're an AI. I
Routine?
guess that doesn't matter.
Nominal, I suppose, is another word for it.
Okay. Listen. Is this a bad time?
No, it is not.
Great.
Please.
Okay. She's like twiddling her thumbs a little bit. I don't know if I should still be the captain of the Dawnbreaker. And Dawn's Horizon. I feel like I'm doing a bad job, and I don't really know what to do, and, also, a couple of our crew members might be missing, and, I don't know. So I figured I would call you, because you're my boss. So,
Very well.
look at me, I failed. Woohoo. What a surprise.
I wouldn't say that. What is your first instinct
About what?
about your present situation? What is your first instinct? What do you believe the next step should be?
That is, you wouldn't imagine how complicated a question that is, because me oh my, the situation has gotten extremely complicated. But currently, what my original plan for yesterday was to run out guns a-blazing to try to go find our friends, and the rest of Dawn's Horizon reminded me that that is a fucking terrible idea, which, you know, kudos to them, they're right. And that's why, I don't know, I just don't think I'm being a good leader. I don't know.
I would say your actions indicate that you care about your crew. That is an invaluable asset for a leader.
Yeah, but
And
if I
while
run
you're
them into danger.
Well, your initial reaction may be a little extreme, but it is the right one. It is coming from the right place.
Yeah, but like intentions only get you so far, you know? Especially
True.
when there's bullets flying at you. Like,
Well, the rest of learning to be a commanding officer is learning how to hone those instincts. And that takes time.
I don't know if I have time to like learn on the fly though. Like,
Very
oh
few
God,
of
there
us.
is so much
Very,
happening.
very few of us do have that time.
I know, but like, sorry, the song ended and it surprised me. We're just gonna pause that. Okay. I know, and it's the whole idea of endurance is just like the away teams is being thrown into the fire, you know, like I get it. And you know, we've made it all right so far, but there is so much happening all the time, and there's so many other people on this ship that are more qualified to like give directions than me. Like,
Really?
yeah, really.
The robot, perhaps, Artie, the one who enjoys science and
Okay,
experimentation.
there's like 2 exceptions. Love Artie to death. Also, Brick is great, but I feel like we would have a similar situation of just running into danger. But honestly, even Brick, he has more like tactical experience than I do. I did captain's training in a classroom on endurance before we ever even saw like real combat. Like it's I don't know. I don't want to get anybody killed. And there are so many opportunities to do that right now. And I feel like I can't even think straight. Because Zen and Cordum are off being captured. And Rima's here. And we've gotten involved in local politics, which has been fucking great. So it's a lot.
Well, I recognize that it is certainly a lot to deal with. The first time I was in a situation where my life and the life of others were in jeopardy, I didn't exactly take command the way I would if I were the person I am today.
I'm sorry, Kai is not laughing. Vicky is laughing, knowing
I know.
that he knocked out. He got knocked out in that prequel adventure. Pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. You don't get good at this immediately. My initial lessons as a commanding officer were entirely academic, albeit over a longer span of time, but you already had a degree of practical experience by the time you were officially appointed.
I guess, but like, I don't know. I just don't know what to do to be better.
Learning from your mistakes is part of the job. You learn how to be better by examining what you may or may not have done, or what you could have done better. At that point, you learn, you adapt, you overcome what you previously thought you couldn't. Captain, why do you think I chose you to be the commanding officer of Dawn's Horizon?
Well, do you want me to be honest? Because what I was thought out already, and we were the shittiest team on the roster at the time. Didn't matter who was the captain. We still don't even have a designation. I don't know where we fall in the A to... I don't know what the last letter of the Greek alphabet is. I should probably know. I have been on endurance for a while, and that's kind of our thing. But I don't know it. Zeta? I don't know. But I have no idea where we stand in that list, because originally we were not even on it. So that's why I'm captain, because it didn't matter.
Well, first, your designation is Dawn's Horizon. It stands out from all other away teams for that reason. You are the captain of that ship for some practical reasons. First, I agree, Brick, Oddie, not exactly excellent captaining material. And as much as Erebos certainly has skills, the boy is young and has limited life experience, and I do not believe that is particularly good captaining material, and as valuable as Leaf is with his past, there is no way I would be allowed to even consider making him the commanding officer of a team.
But if he
And
didn't
also
have that
you have
past...
seen, you have also seen his tactics, which, while useful and while you certainly should pay attention to them on occasion, words simply do not describe them or do them justice.
I love that I have forced Grant to a corner of shading all of his players
Yeah.
so
It's
harshly
roast.
right now.
Let's go.
And
So funny.
Roast.
Let's go.
And let's face it, Zen is too new to the group to command any respect. But that isn't...
So
None of
again,
those are
though,
really the reason.
it's a de
None of those
facto
are really...
position. I don't. You're not making me feel better. What?
None
You
of
wonder
those...
next.
Yeah, the dog
None of those
is
are-
more qualified. I pick her up and I go, is this okay? Yeah, okay. The dog is more qualified than I am. Thank you, love.
Wonder goes and curls up in the captain's doggy bed.
See? We even have a dog bed for her in the captain's chair seat. And I'm
None
okay
of those
with
are
that.
reasons why I ultimately chose you. You're actually demonstrating the reason why I chose you perfectly well right now. You're willing to talk back to me,
Well,
and I hope willing to question me and willing to call me on any mistakes I make. That is why I chose you. I don't need captains who blindly follow orders. That was my problem with Thunderous Ascent.
speaking of
That was my problem with
actually,
Alpha Team. I gave an order, they followed it, all of this happened. They didn't question it. I
What?
gave the order to investigate that site before you gave your report on what you had encountered on the Shrine World.
Well, you didn't know what was going on.
No, I did not. But I could hear Captain Adams' hesitation. But he still went through with it because an order was an order. You are willing to question that, and that is why I need you in command.
Well, you know, one thing I do know I am is I'm a stubborn bitch, so...
Being stubborn is often useful. I happen to have known a few people in my lifetime who were stubborn as hell.
Amanda in another life.
Kane is just, or Keith is just like, "Ah."
Keith,
I don't
somewhere
ex- I
off in
don't
the
exa-
cosmos, goes,
yeah,
Hey,
it's
he's
just like,
talking about me.
hey, my brother.
Just sneezes
I don't
randomly.
exactly know. I don't exactly recall how well it turned out. I don't have access to those memories, but it did have its advantages.
Fair.
You are the captain I need you to be. All you need to do is trust yourself a little bit. And grow, which is always the hardest part.
Yeah.
Now, aside from going out guns blazing and evaporating anyone who stands in your way between you and your crew, what is your next step?
I mean, planning would be nice, but I've never been great at that either.
There are other members of your away team who are perhaps better at planning. That's why you have them.
Yeah.
You may be captain, but you have a crew for a reason.
I know. You. He goes.
Rick, why are you sticking your thumbs up all of a sudden?
What?
No, just kidding.
Excuse me. Feel like someone's talking about me.
Her ears do seem like they're burning a little.
What?
Here, let me put that out.
Hey guys, welcome to the store. In another part.
Do you want
at
to
the
cut over
exact
to
same
them for a
moment.
second? Because I'm
you
about
don't.
to, because we can cut this in half. Because I'm about to start what will be a longer segment of this conversation. Because I am going to say, speaking of planning, for planning you need information, and for information you need to know that the person giving it to you is not lying to you. You cannot. I know you didn't tell me something last time, and the situation is very complicated again. I'm sure you have other things to do today. I'm not going to recap everything that we've done. You know, like I said, local politics, Rima, the bandits. This basically that's the main stuff. Unfortunately, Rima decided to come by yesterday and leave a note on our door, and is a little pissed. And I keep saying Rima. It's not her. We all know that. And you know something about these things, and I need you to tell me, because I can't be a good captain if I don't know what the fuck is going on.
And I was hoping you would call me on that. I will tell you everything.
Okay, I appreciate the whole thing of like, yes, I want her to be captain because she's gonna call me on my shit. Don't make me.
I needed to be sure that you could.
Well, I can.
And Wadsworth begins to tell you in great detail exactly what happened during the prequel arc. Haha, everyone go check it out.
Oh, yeah, okay, great. That's easy.
Look at Vicky's face under the description.
The one thing, and he leaves out very few details. He tells you exactly how it is. The only thing he doesn't really go into detail about, and you probably understand why, he doesn't go into detail about how he was feeling or what he was thinking about the other people around him. He is factual entirely. Okay, so while he's doing that, hey guys, welcome back. What beating and bashing you doing today?
Time for
Tell him, buddy.
I want the glove.
I knew you'd be back. Come on over here. Give me that hammer. Let me see what I can do for you. Do you have the credits?
Yeah. He looks at Leaf, not sure at all.
I was a little distracted by your delightful wares last time. Remind me what the price was for this.
It'll be a good 1,500 for this baby, and if you buy more equipment, I'll throw in, free of charge, an elemental damage module. How's that sound?
Why don't we take a look really quick around at things?
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
want anything?
Do you have
But we'll definitely be taking that.
anything psionic stuff?
Oh, by the way, I'll give you guys Kai's shopping list now because you are actually shopping.
Please.
Oh,
She
yeah,
wrote
we're
down, like I said, get these things, please, if we have the money. If not, it's fine. Okay. Underneath that, it says, med kit, in parentheses, only if you can. I have a first aid kit, and parentheses. Regen serum. A small note on the side again. It seems like it's some good stuff. Stim packs, to your liking. Stun grenades, in parentheses. I don't know, I just feel like that might be useful, in parentheses.
Okay.
Feel free to
I
do
can
with that
tell.
what you wish.
Just to save us a little bit of time and me my voice just a tiny bit.
No.
Excuse me,
You
Mr.
committed.
DM. You can't give up.
The stun grenades are there. The other items you will have to find somewhere else, and Gorm will tell you where to go.
I figured. I just wanted to let them know what was on the list.
Yeah, stim packs we have so many of.
We have one vial of that serum.
That is in reserve, actually, because we need to analyze it so we can replicate it later. So we will want to pick up some of that. This is what you get for letting me take notes. Where is the Endurance? No, Dawn's Horizon. Where's the Dawn's Horizon ship
Ship
sheet?
sheet is in the player characters folder. Because
Yeah, it should be
our
there.
ship is just as much a player as we are.
Dawnbreaker ship sheet. Okay, here we go.
Character of its own.
Bunch of
Here we go.
grenades.
Cargo.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you do.
I
We have a bunch of what?
So many grenades. I have so many grenades.
After scooping them into your
Stun
backpack.
grenades, though?
So many.
You have stun grenades?
I have a couple.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We have 90 class 1 stim packs on board our ship.
Okay.
Wow. And if we're ever out, I can, if I have the energy, can help too. Just FYI, as a backup plan Z.
Okay. So. Yeah. So I guess we'll pick up all of the things we don't already have.
Okay, well, weapons and armor are in this store,
Yes.
and modifications and ammunition. So, out of that category of items, aside from the return gauntlet, what are you getting?
Remind me how much the dart gun was.
The needler.
The needle.
Vanilla.
Is it
The-
is it a needler? Like, is that what I think it is from sci-fi books, or is that?
It's essentially, in our universe, it's a souped up dart gun that can fire darts quickly in some cases. The one you were looking at is a needle. It's a needler rifle, which is you can get it. They're not that restricted, but you also saw one that is under lock and key. With a note that you translate to with special license, and in parentheses it says automatic needler.
See, as much as I desperately want that, like as a player to have that, Leaf wouldn't.
There's also
He just wants to be able to shoot Kai from further away.
there's also a heavy needler, which
Could I
looks
shoot?
like it launches a dart about yay big.
Oh god, the needle that big?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't want that. You hear Kai in the back of your mind go, I don't
Yeah.
want to get shot by that. That's too big.
And just seeing it is the anesthetic.
God.
I'm gonna shoot you with this now.
Instantly feels better without any medicine.
Just kidding, I'm actually fine as I'm actively bleeding. No, I'm good.
It's the you're good, right? What is the actual improvement of just like the regular needler over what I currently have?
It's got better range. It's not single shot. So if you have multiple attacks, you can use multiple attacks. Vicky and I were also going over this. There is an option to use a full round attack action, which uses both of our standard actions to double your attacks.
Many notes now.
If you
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to
that's
do that at a penalty, I think it's like -4.
Yeah, okay, actually none. As much as I very much want sci-fi weapon, none of that's actually useful to Leaf.
Okay.
The added range is probably not worth whatever it's gonna cost.
Okay. There is also another category of non-lethal ranged weapons that Gorm introduces you to,
Okay.
and points them out and says, "Well, I also just recently got a New in stock set of concussion weapons if you're at all interested. Pure sound capable of knocking your bad guys on their butts in half a second.
Oh, Grant, you have no idea how dangerous that is in Leaf's hands.
Uh-huh.
Damn you. Ah, how much is it?
Depends. Do you want a small one or a big one? Well, small one, medium one, or a huge one. Because there is a heavy weapons version.
Can Leaf even lift them?
I mean, the concussion rifle weighs 6 kilograms.
So no, actually.
Sorry.
I can't carry that and medical supplies, never mind.
Amazing.
Concussion pistol's only 2.5.
It's not his style. What else do we... Oh, we did want stun grenades.
Yeah.
Any interest in seeking stun grenades? Lock onto a target and they just roll over to them.
Absolutely.
That'll be
I'm not consulting with Kai on this. Kai is definitely getting that.
Let's see, where is it? Seeker grenade. That'll be twice the original price because they are special issue, and another 200 credits on top of that. So just so you're aware, they're pretty darn expensive. But there's nothing like watching your enemy's face as that little grenade rolls up toward them and they can't get away. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
This
Grant,
guy's fucking
what
ripping
is...
y'all off.
Oh, definitely. What is a null wave generator?
A null wave generator deactivates psionic effects within its radius.
No.
It's actually something you would remember from archival footage.
Of
You-
what?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, no.
It's the
No.
It's from the backstory.
I
session.
still
Yes,
don't
in-
understand.
Yes,
It's-
in fact,
It's
Ari,
how
as-
I died in another life.
Oh.
In fact, Ari, you see Leaf eyeing something that's unfortunately familiar to you.
Let's not. Don't.
What?
No. We're not gonna get that.
That?
I've only got 2 in stock.
Well, wait. Leaf, can we have a huddle?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what those can do, right?
Yes, I am very well aware, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
And you
I
know who
think
we're up against, right?
That's what I'm thinking. So maybe, as painful as it is, it would be a good thing. to
What are
have.
you guys talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the guns.
Is my in this? Are these still happening? You think Kai's still on the phone? Because she would have sent the brain cell over to Brick so he could use it for shopping.
How much are they?
Well, if I had more of them, they'd be 400 apiece. I'm gonna have to charge like 500 for each of them because they are rare. These are Mirnan tech. It's really hard to get a hold of them, and you can recharge them, so they're really expensive.
Grant, I have a question. What is the range on them? Like, can...
Throne. So
Okay.
it's essentially 3 meters for the
But-
first increment, and then you can go out to 15 because
Hold
I
on.
think throne is up to 5.
So it cancels out everything just in that radius, correct?
Correct.
Psionically. Okay.
Wait.
How far can
But
you
but the
throw it?
burst radius is 8 meters.
It means you have to throw it pretty far or just hold it next to you.
No, hold on. How far are you saying you can throw it?
Out to 15.
That's
Actually, hang
you're
on. Am I doing my
talking to somebody
No, hang on.
who plays softball and plays the outfield. That is not enough feet.
No, I'm remembering it wrong. Hang on.
The range increment is 3 meters.
Yeah, I think you could still go out to like 10.
I mean, even if we can't throw it that far, and it's this heavy piece of metal, we strap that thing to Brick, and he just walks in.
Oh, that's a good idea. Not
Oh,
bad.
that's true, because it shouldn't hurt you, right?
Oh, it won't affect me at all.
Yeah.
Brick, walk in and press this button.
Okay.
You would do it.
Hilarious.
So either way, they're still great. We can work out
Yeah.
semantics of how they
Okay.
function later.
I want
need,
it-
I need
I-
to review my rules again.
Yeah,
that
that's
was my bad.
I would like one. And stun grenades.
Oh yeah, we definitely have those.
How many did Kai ask for?
Rip grants.
To
Didn't
your
specify.
discretion. Everything is
Yeah.
to y'all's discretion / if we need things that are more money, get those first. It's up to y'all. I don't know. Anyway,
Technically, these
I'm lying on
stun
the floor
grenades would
petting
be
Wonder.
technically stun grenades would be concussion grenades.
Okay.
Feel free to take a look at the chapter 5. That's where
Yeah,
you're
I'm
gonna find
seeing-
all
I
the
have
numbers
the
and
table
stuff.
Gonna do our homework.
And if you have any questions, let me know.
Okay, so it's 500 for the null wave generator.
Yes.
And are the concussion grenades actually 100?
Yes, they are going to be 100 each.
Okay, we'll take probably 3.
Okay.
I'm just jamming.
And while you're doing that, Gorm takes the hammer from Brick
Yeah.
and starts installing the thing and hands you an insert for the glove and talks you through how to install it. And then spreads out several modules in front of you, and each one seems to have a symbol related to the kind of damage it does. There are only 2 at the moment. Actually, let me make sure that I know what I'm talking about. Hang on. Oh my god. Scroll faster. Scroll faster.
Go,
Scroll
go,
faster.
go.
My index finger is getting a workout. Okay,
While all this is happening, Kai's on the phone with Wadsworth, and she has pen and notebook in one hand, and the other hand she's petting Wonder. Because she's like taking all these notes about these demon creatures and is like, this is stressing me out. Wonder! So I'm just fine.
Brick, you may choose from cryogenic, fire, or if you want it, shock for an extra 200.
What do you pick?
Oh no.
Question?
And while you're deciding, and you guys are doing the rest of your shopping, yes, question.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay. While you're doing that, Kai,
Alright.
Wadsworth finishes his story and says,
Holy shit, man.
yes, it was an experience.
Yeah. And wait, so I know so that's all you have? That's like all we know?
At the moment, I am attempting to recover additional memories, but
So you have no idea if you guys like actually managed to kill one of these things.
at the moment, no. I will keep you up to date as I find out more.
I sure fucking hope so. And can I assume that I don't have to ask this time?
You have my word. Is there anything else I can do for you while I have you here?
I don't think so. Wait, you guys don't still have... Do you have just any information that you got from the interaction that Alpha had with... Was it Delta or Beta? One of them went to go try to find them. There was a short...
From what
was
I-
it their actual contact?
Yeah, Delta team went and picked up
Frank.
what's left of him. Yeah, Wadsworth says, the news I have from Delta team is not good. Frank remembers nothing. They are in the process of rehabilitating him, but there isn't much we can really do at the moment. They are in the process of bringing him back to endurance for more substantial care.
But they didn't find. No one else is. Everybody else is still on the ship?
As far as we are aware, all 70 crew members and 50
70?
biodroids.
Okay, that's kind of a lot of people that may or may not be dead.
I wish the news was better.
Sick, man. Okay. Shit.
Selka and Beta Team should be at your position within a week.
A
If you
week?
require,
Well,
it takes time.
Yeah, a week would be great, and I would like to have that amount of time to be able to plan how this interaction is gonna go, because right now I don't think it's gonna go well, but I don't know. I told you about the note with Rima. I can't figure out if the demons... I don't know if it's a completely unrelated thing, but I highly doubt it is. But I'm very nervous that we're gonna go try to find Zen and Cordum, and we're gonna have to deal with this thing. And we can't do that at the same time.
Well, proceed as if you can. And
I'm good at that. I have a lot of delusion.
see what happens. Ultimately, that is all you can do at this moment. If you require any additional advice, guidance, you're welcome to ask.
All right. Thank you.
Of course. Go rejoin your crew. Do what you need to do, rearm, restock, and let me know if you need anything.
Will do. I give him my little shitty version of a salute.
He gives you a proper salute, and the communication terminates. And I'm assuming you leave the bridge?
Yeah, the music's we're gonna switch that one.
Satsi is kind of just pacing back and forth outside the door, just waiting for you to finally reappear. And as soon as you do, she just hugs you.
The door slides, and I go, "Oh hi."
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh hi, Mark. I did
have a
not hit
neighbor
her. I
named
did
Mark?
not.
Do not.
Oh my
Bullshit. Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah, I have a neighbor named Mark, and every time I get a phone call, that's how I answer.
Oh, hi, Mom.
God.
He hasn't seen the source material.
That makes it so much better. Oh my god.
Anyway,
So I don't think he's watching this, but if he is, hi, Mark.
so Satsi hugs you and then writes out a note and says, "Everyone went to Gorms."
That's about
Are we
what
going?
I figured, yeah. Actually, before I meet up with them, so I did a thing. Grant knows about this. I did a thing because Kai and me personally are very insecure about how we've been captaining this ship. So I want to be a better captain, as we've all seen from this conversation. So I took the time to write out a lot of things. That's why my camera's fucked up. Haha! We've learned. Anyway, that makes sense. But I wrote out a lot of things, and in order to have that make sense, I feel like Kai does a little bit of. I don't think she has a binder of any sort, but like some sort of.
Satsi hands you back one of the notebooks.
Oh, this is perfect. Oh, you're lovely. And I say, did you want to get things? Did you? Because I left them with the shopping list. But did you want to get stuff?
She shrugs and just writes out, "Probably should leave the ship. Walk around, do something."
Fair. Give me like 3 hours. No. It's gonna take a while.
She shrugs and apparently goes and asks Artie for tea. Apparently Artie's gotten the recipe right.
Wow. That's impressive.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pull up the all of the crew information that I have, which should be like in my room. I have a computer, and I imagine my terminal has all information that is publicly, and by publicly I mean like on Endurance, publicly available on my crew members, on the ship, on the inventory that we have, all that kind of stuff.
You have a better version. You have Captain's Eyes only.
Nice. I go through Captain's Eyes only. And I just kind of like study as if I'm getting ready for a test. Because I'm like, if I study hard enough, maybe my friends won't die. Maybe I'll be a better captain.
Okay. And while Kai's studying, Gorm has invited people out back to the shooting range so you can try out some of the stuff.
Good
He's,
boy.
Can I
he's
try out the
trying
special
very
meter?
hard to. Yes, he's trying very hard to sell you more stuff. And,
May I ask
Yes.
before I pick?
Yes.
The stun / lightning / whatever one, does that one still do damage, or does it turn it into a stun baton type thing?
No, it does damage.
Or did you just
Yeah.
ask if you electrify the giant heavy hammer and
Zap.
then whack something
mean-
with it? Does it do less damage?
No, the extra damage that the elemental thing will add. I wasn't sure if it was just turned it into a stun baton.
Yeah, no. This is way more powerful than the stun baton and the stun mode on Kai's pistol.
Cool.
This is way more powerful.
Brick picks up the fire one, licks it. Ow. Picks up the cold one, licks it. It gets kind of stuck, and he rips it off. He picks up the shock
I
one.
gave you the... No, actually, I didn't give you the brain cell. I'm taking notes. I'm so
licks
sorry.
it, and drops the damn thing. He's like, that one.
All right, you got it. And after a few minutes, Gorm has wired this in such a way where it doesn't take away from the aesthetic, intimidating nature of this black warhammer, and hands it back to you. Or no, doesn't hand it back to you and says, "All right, stand on the other side of the shop and hold out your hand."
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Make. Hang on, I need to look up what the actual rule is for this thing.
Okay. Are those in chapter 5? I should probably pull them up as well.
Yes. Oh, come on. What did I call it? This is the problem when I have such a freaking long chapter. Okay. There you go.
The hammer, Joe. I know it's
Killing
not
it.
just fingers.
You're doing great. I'm really mad because I thought that holding up a white piece of paper would fix my... Because you'd think if
It
this...
does briefly.
If this makes it
Okay.
bad, it's like a fun party trick now.
Okay. McKenna, I'm sending you the entry for the weapon return mod.
Thank you.
Yes. And Brick, make a reflex save, please.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, and the the shock version will be an extra. It'll be an extra 200 credits because it is a little more expensive than the other ones.
An extra 200?
Correct. So the entire upgrade's more like 1,700. It would actually be well over 2,000 if he charged you full price.
Stock upgrade for gauntlet or for hammer?
This is for the hammer. And what did Brick get on that reflex save?
I got exactly a 12.
That's exactly what you needed.
Uh-huh.
You reach out your hand and the hammer comes right to it.
Ooh.
It feels
Dude.
it feels amazing. It feels powerful. You feel like a god. Anyway, so yes, you have a hammer that when you throw it, it will come back to you.
Hello, Thor.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a Thor on our team.
Hey, and we don't even have to substitute something weird for that one because all of the Greek gods canonically exist in D&D.
Guys,
That's true.
What?
the stun. Oh, man.
Please make sure you learn how to use that.
Oh, man.
I'm excited.
They take damage for the number of rounds that they're stunned.
Ooh.
Oh,
You're
that's
Thor.
awesome.
And Gorm indicates the range out back and says, "Go ahead and give that thing a few throws. Get your eye in."
Oh yeah. So
Everybody stand back.
am I able to make 2 attacks with this thing still, or is it just 1?
I would.
Or can it be like throw movement act or something to like get it back and throw again? Or
I didn't.
I don't know. How
I
to-
didn't think about multiple attacks with this
I
thing.
feel like
So,
you
I
could
have some
probably.
information on combat now, if you'd like.
Oh yeah.
If you would, I would argue.
I
Excuse me, I have notes.
This is why you're captain,
Yes.
as we've established.
Well, I was just gonna say, we have the whole thing about we talked about this the other day, but the like drawing a weapon is probably a similar action to throwing, waiting for it to come back, and then being able to draw it again. That's probably.
I would say I would allow it if you had the quick draw feat. I would allow you to bend that rule because quick draw allows you to pull a new thing out as a free action.
Do I have quick draw feet? I might actually have a quick draw feet.
If you have quick draw feat, you can. I would allow it.
I have quick reload.
Nope.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know. I don't have quick draw. Okay. That's
What
fine.
about the specific maneuver of throwing it, chasing after it, and then like catching it
Yeah,
near
can
the
I do-
person, and then in melee range whacking them?
Can
So
I
that,
do that?
would be a
Yes.
variation of bull rush, I think.
And
And y'all, I did my fucking homework. I want to be better at D&D. Look at this shit. I have so many pages of notes. They're purple. Go purple.
I would say you could potentially do that. I might require
So,
another roll, but
If
you
I'm
could
in
potentially
melee
do
with
that.
someone, can I chuck this thing to someone else, catch it, and then smack them with it? Is that can that?
Maybe I might allow that. It
Okay.
depends.
I like how you're
I think
pre-arguing
so.
all of these things.
I just want to make sure.
We have to do it
Anyway.
on stream so they can hold us accountable later.
Exactly.
So they can help us.
Anyway, Brick is like lobbing, axe throwing this thing over his head at the targets and just whacking them over and over again, getting the hang of it.
Luckily, they seem to be hard light targets, so they just come right back. Okay, and Leaf is playing around with the Super Needler.
Yeah, and I guess you've probably never seen Leaf handle a gun before, other than just shooting Kai.
You say these things, and it sounds like, to the untrained ear, to the unfamiliar viewer, it sounds like we regularly participate in like player versus player.
Well,
also,
yeah,
Highland
it-
Jersey, welcome to the party. Hi, V Mandarina. How you doing?
Yeah, it's my role to hit you versus your role to die.
Fair.
Yeah, Leaf is like when he's shooting at like not a target that matters, surprisingly good with a gun. Yeah.
I don't matter to you. I'll take my leave. Thank you. I did all this work. I have a sheet on you. You know that? Where is it?
No, it's the opposite of what I said. When it doesn't matter, he's surprisingly good with a gun. You matter to him, therefore he's terrible with a gun.
Fair.
I said what I said.
I said what I said, and I don't regret it.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, Gorm lets you play around with the Needler a bit. And do you require instruction, or are you just fine?
I'm pretty sure I'm just fine with this.
Okay.
This is the heavy one, right? That requires licensing.
No, it's the automatic one that requires very strict licensing.
That was what I was asking.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yes.
It's you pick it up and Gorm loads a belt of needles into it.
Yeah. I think Leaf uses Farhand to help brace the thing.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't need bracing. You feel absolutely nothing except for maybe a slight hum from the machine. But yes, it works.
No, just to be able to lift it. I assume it's pretty heavy for Leaf.
Yeah, for Leaf, yeah. Noodle Arms McGee, it is a little heavy.
Noodle arms, pool noodles. You know, he's got a noodle theme going. Yeah, it just like opens up on the target. Ooh,
By the time you're done, there are a lot of little needles sticking out of it.
I like it.
And for Ari, Gorm walks up and says, Crystal Guy, I have one thing that I think might work for you. And he pulls out this tiny little pistol and hands it to you.
Thanks.
I hear people who are specially capable are able to focus on that and make it do some stuff. I can't do it, but if you're going to focus on it, please focus outside.
Okay, I'm going outside. Brick, I have a thing.
What?
And let's all remember, Ari does not know guns.
Yep, no, I do not.
Do I understand what this is?
Make a knowledge technology check. As Ari attempts to fire, please roll an attack roll for me.
Sure.
Understand that it's a gun.
I think so, yes.
I know
yeah,
what it actually is.
Oh, you're talking to Leaf? Sorry.
Yeah.
20, baby!
Okay, despite not knowing very much about how to aim this darn thing, you just kind of point it at a target, focus on it. You feel a power point drain away, and all of a sudden, blam! This thing lights up and sends a bolt of psionic energy across the course and obliterates a target of hard light.
I would like glance over at Carta and Rick and everyone just be like, did you see
Nice.
Not bad, Crystals. Not bad.
He just like blushes. He's like, thanks.
How much damage does that?
Yeah, how much damage did it do?
That would be 3d10.
Sick. Send me the stats. I'm keeping it.
How much for that?
Well, it is the only one I have, so again, very rare. This is tech from that lady's homeworld, actually. And I'd say 2,500 for that little thing.
Is that actually a reasonable price for this?
For it being rare and the only one in stock, yes. It is.
This is the psionic pistol, right?
Yes, the psi-powered pistol. And yes, I did mark it up. 700 credits because of
I
this.
noticed.
No, it's okay. I don't need it if we need to save
Thanks,
credit.
the dang thing.
No.
We'll take it.
Do it.
Okay.
All right, it's yours. And is there anything else you're going to get at Gorm's?
I think we did.
I don't think so.
All right. Gorm, no, I assume you point out the other items on the list, asking for directions. Gorm says, for medicine type things, you might want to try Imson Ra's provisions. Slimy little guy, but I mean, he's got the goods. He's got food and stuff too.
Alrighty, thank you.
And
Pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure doing business with
hands
you.
back the.
I know you'll be back for it at some point. Don't you worry. He locks it back up.
How many
All
hours
right,
do you think
and-
they spent there?
A couple of hours.
Okay,
I think
I
he's
would
looking
say
for
I
the
did my
licensing
stuff. Yeah.
requirements.
I can't wait to show Kai that I have a gun. That's just what Aries says when he's walking out.
What have I done?
Oh my god.
I love it.
Hey, Brick, can you teach Ari how to use that without?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rick is just like touching the hammer to his hand over and over again. Ow. Ow.
Rick,
Ow. What?
stop.
It works.
Yeah, we know.
You realize what happens when that discharges, right?
What? No. No.
Okay, learning experiences. Okay.
This is how he learns. Just let him do it.
What did Carta get?
Carta looks like she stocked up on a few more power cells. She got a dozen standard power cells.
How much are those?
hang on, it's not here. So many windows, so little time. Okay,
She
where
has
to
her
go?
own
Where to
money,
go? Where to
doesn't
go?
she?
Huh?
We agreed to help her stock up on things.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, rad. There you go.
We
Actually-
specifically agreed to help. pay for
Actually,
this.
she got 15 because that makes it easier. It's 45 credits in total.
Oh, total.
Yeah, in total for all 15. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna introduce Imson Ra's provisions, and then we will jump back over to Kai for a moment. So, you enter the shop and are more or less immediately overwhelmed by the smell of food and spices. Crates of produce sit inside stasis fields, and the shelves are filled with dry goods and what appear to be a few medical supplies. The space is strangely humid, in fact, uncomfortably so. At the back of the shop, you hear the sound of a spritz of water, and a moment later, a squat being waddles around some shelves. They blink at you, their eyes sinking into their head, into their round head as they take a soppy gulp of air. Their skin is moist, mucousy, and ringed with repeating gold and red circles over a green background. Webbed and suction-cupped fingers adjust a loose lab coat made of plastic-like material as they stow what appears to be a spray bottle in an inside pocket. They mumble. Bipedal, hairy, warm-blooded, I suspect, displaying a high degree of visible genetic variation. Do you mind if I get a bioscan for study purposes, you understand?
I would do anything
They
for this
pull out a
character.
hand. What?
I would do
Are we all
anything
there, or
for
did
this-
Kai
I
just
would-
get there?
I would die for this character. I am not there yet.
They pull out a handheld device from a pocket in their coat and begin approaching you.
Incredible.
What do you do?
I take a look at the scanner and make sure it doesn't have a saw on it. Because I remember our medical officer.
It does not in any way represent any kind of device Artie has ever approached you with.
Does it look like the thing Dr. Aronnax found?
Yes, actually. A slightly more primitive version, but yes.
Absolutely, please do.
All right. Imson Ra, as you assume this is, begins scanning you and mostly mutters, intriguing, and just continues scanning you for a moment. Kai,
Hi.
you're done studying.
I am. Okay.
And you might be hearing over comms this odd voice as it just comments on your teammates' physiology.
I probably wasn't spying on their comms. I probably like deaf and muted or whatever. But I go out to the galley and I'm like, okay, and I like put away the little. I have an inside pocket of my jacket. Oh wait, I'm not wearing my jacket. I put it in my back pocket. Because we're in a future fantasy world. Therefore, women's pants have enough fucking pockets.
You're the
You're
captain. We'll manufacture whatever you want.
Exactly.
You're also a member of the away team. You have even more pockets than you could ever possibly need.
Incredible. I
Yes.
put the notebook in my back pocket and I say, all right, Sassy, let's go see what the others have gotten into.
Okay.
And I kind of just like say to the ether while we're on the ship, Miss Bessie, do you know where they are?
Next to the exit, as you're heading toward the ramp, a message appears and it says, apparently they are at a medical provisioning space. I believe the name is Imson Ra's Provisions.
Awesome. Thank you so
Bizarre,
much.
perhaps?
Thank you. And then we head out, and I, just for the record, probably only have my laser pistol on me right now.
Okay.
I left the multi-tool at home.
Okay.
Me
You're
and
pretty
Grant
sure you see.
had a long discussion about the fact that the multi-tool mainly stays on my hand, and he's like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, yeah, it does.
My head cannon has now changed to
It's okay.
match Vicky's.
we realized we were talking about a very different weapon at the same time for about a year and a half.
Oh,
She's
shoot.
very funny. Not
It's
a
fine.
different weapon, but you know what I mean.
Anyway, okay, yeah, you exit the ship. You're pretty sure you see Nico scurry back into his office and lock the door.
I immediately I walk out and I'm just hold on. And I go back in the ship, and I find, God, there's gotta be something on our ship. I write out a quick note, and I say, I am so sorry, I was under a lot of stress. It is definitely not an excuse. I acted very unreasonably, and I will fix the hole in your, actually, you know, I take a thing of spackle, and I can do this quick. I do this shit all the time. I just run over with some spackle, and I tape this note over.
And
it
we
says,
wish you wouldn't need to.
What?
Said, and we wish you didn't need to do it so often.
No, I said I can do it quickly.
Yeah, because you do it a lot. As though there's often random holes in things that need to be repaired.
Fair. I wonder who put them there. But so and the note says, I tried to fix your building. Again, so sorry. And I tape it to the thing. I really quick spackle, and then it's a quick dry spackle. Paint over it. It looks perfect. I run back, put it back, and I'm like, okay, let's go.
Okay. You leave the starport and start weaving your way through the streets to the bazaar. And as you do, you hear a voice behind you. Hey, Kai.
Hold on. I need to change the music. Give me 1 second. I'm screaming. Hold on. Me, Vicky, was not prepared for this. Okay. Sorry. So sorry. Give me 1 moment. Where's the fucking song? Excellent. Kai...
You turn around.
Whips the fuck around. Yeah. And immediately puts herself in front of Satsi.
Mm-hmm. Satsi looks temporarily confused and then really concerned and almost terrified. And you turn around and Rima is standing there. She looks just like you remember, but the expression on her face is a strange mixture of cold, hungry, and mildly amused. She pushes off the wall she's leaning on and takes a step toward you.
As soon as she does, I take out my gun and I hold it out at her. I say, do not move.
She grins, holds up her hands and stops, advancing and says, I was wondering when I'd find you. Miss me?
Maybe if you weren't a demon.
Oh, that hurts. Come on, Kai, it's still me.
No, it's not.
Mostly. I am one with Rima. We are one and the same now. Tell me. I assume you read my note.
Yeah, thanks for the visit. I have not put my gun down, by the way.
Quick question, because you do have access to your comms. Have you turned them on?
No.
Yeah, I would like to know if I hear this.
I wouldn't have turned them on. And Satsi doesn't roll with comms on because she doesn't talk.
Okay. Well, I just thought a warning was due. And maybe a description of the rules from this point onward.
Who are you working with? Are you working with the bandit? Are you working with the magistrate?
Please. You wouldn't even comprehend what I am trying to do. The magistrate, the bandits, I couldn't care less. Although they make useful pawns, I will give you that.
Then what do you want with Rima? Because I know I'm not talking to her right now.
Let's just say I like the way she's squirming right now.
You motherfucker. Oh God, that.
Everyone else, you hear the comms crackle to life, and you're starting to hear the conversation now. And Leaf, you feel a buzz from your comlink because they do have text capability, and someone has.
Oh, Satsu.
And
yeah.
Yes, and just a random of letters has been sent to you. It's as if someone's just randomly smudging the keys trying to send something. without being noticed.
You have no idea.
I rolled
how
for
much-
that. She rolled terribly.
I have a question. Can we hear the other end of the conversation through the comms? So
Can I look at the text and then just like look at the actual keyboard layout and see if I can decipher what it's supposed to be?
Sure, go ahead and roll an intelligence check. Let's see if you can figure out what Sassy's trying to say. Anyway, yes.
While you do, I'm going to say to that fucking response. Oh god, Kai is livid. You little fuckers love to underestimate mortals, but you best know that I will do everything in my power. And you'd be shocked about how much power that is, because I've got a fleet behind me to fucking destroy you from the inside out.
Oh, you mean the Endurance? And all of her little ships? Seriously, you don't understand what you are up against.
I think I
Keep your
understand a little
distance.
more than you think.
Roll a sense motive check and see if she's bluffing at all.
Well, this is happening. Brick is running outside.
Okay.
I gotta pull up my character sheet. Hold on, where'd she go?
I'm immediately.
Sense motive, you said?
Mm-hmm.
God, I am not wise. 8.
8. It's still enough to know that this thing is so confident they're not even hiding that they're telling you the truth.
Why
They
do you
know
even...
there's nothing you can do.
If you're so fucking powerful, why do you need Rima?
Convenience, a useful shell to inhabit. Not to mention the reaction that I'm getting is absolutely delightful. I mean, are you kidding me? I haven't had this much entertainment in, millennia at least. So the rules. Stay out of my way. Nothing bad happens to you or any of your crew.
Fat fucking chance of that. I'm gonna call
Intervene.
that. Can I call that bluff?
Sure.
Because I highly doubt that they would ever actually leave us alone. Well, I don't think it's gonna be I don't think I'm gonna find anything useful in the night.
Yeah, and well, specifically, what was the check you just rolled?
The check of if we actually left them a bluff check. If we actually left them alone, if they were, is that a bluff check or is that a sense motive?
It would be sense motive.
Oh,
It would
okay.
be sense motive.
Never mind. So 6. Doesn't matter.
Do
Yeah.
I believe them, Grant, since I can hear this happening?
Sure, what was your roll?
29.
Oh yeah. You believe them.
Like, the question though was, would they leave us alone if we actually got out of their way?
If yeah.
They
Yeah.
totally wouldn't. They're gonna destroy the fucking universe.
The sense Brick gets is they would leave you alone for the immediate future.
Yeah.
Are we heading over there?
but-
Oh,
She-
I am just sprinting outside
Okay.
trying to
Yeah,
find
you,
it.
you
Yeah.
guys
I would-
you guys are about halfway through the bazaar at this point.
I would like
she,
to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
She continues and says, "Get in our way, and not only will the consequences be dire for you, your crew, your ship, they will be dire for anyone you've come in contact with on this lovely little planet, as well as the Endurance herself. Considering my offer is really quite generous, I could just end things right now, but where's the fun in that?"
What is even your plan with all this? You're embodying the fun supervillain quite well. Would you like to monologue a little bit for me?
The thing is, I happen to know those movies you watched with Rima. I happen to have access to all of those memories. I know that the monologue is the supervillain's worst mistake. You think I'm going to make that? I'd love to.
Maybe.
It would be hilarious to watch your face, but there'll be other times, other places, I'm sure, where you get to find out just how monumentally screwed all of you truly are.
So, if we're so monumentally screwed, why do you think I would listen to you for a fucking second about ever stopping trying to destroy you? Because we will. I don't care if I have to get I said a fucking fleet. I don't care if I have to get the entire fucking universe in order to kill you. But I will try my damnedest until I'm fucking dead. And I've already been dead once. So we already know that that didn't fucking stick. So maybe the second time won't either.
Go ahead and make a sense motive check for me.
Okay. That is a...
I'm also
15.
very interested in this thing's reaction.
Yeah, 15.
Whoa, 15?
If it's
You
nice.
notice, and it's unusual, there's a puzzled look on their face the moment you mentioned that you've been dead already. And they're like,
Oh, I see that you
Have
didn't
you been?
know all of the information, did you? Yeah. I think you're...
well, this certainly
Misinterpreting the
complicates
situation.
things, but it doesn't push us back at all. No, let me put it this way. You guys are, by the way, at the edge of the bazaar. You're
Where am
about
I?
another.
Ooh.
You
I'm
are
closer to the ship still, right?
correct. You just started weaving your way through the alleys. You guys will be there at the next beat in the conversation. She says, "Let me put it this way. Get in my way right now, and I will make sure you never see dear Zen or Cordum again. You can go rescue them, do whatever you want, but understand, you do this, I will make good on that threat. And there's nothing your little initiate over there can do to stop me. There's nothing you can do to stop me. And frankly, I'd be amazed if your crew even lasted a minute. You're welcome to try, though. I'd love to." She stretches in Rima's body and says, "I'd love to give this body a try. See exactly what she can do." And you
Oh,
guys
so
are
you
here now.
haven't yet.
I haven't had the opportunity to.
Interesting. So you're keeping the rest of Thunderous Ascent as fucking hostages, then? Are you
No.
scared?
A
About
few
what
of
we'll
them
do?
actually, a few of them actually joined right up. It was quite amazing. You humans have always been so wonderfully easy to corrupt without one of us having to take them over.
I would like to
It's
check-
delightful.
I would like to check that bluff, please.
Go for it.
I'm really bad at that. It doesn't matter. It's a
And-
3. I fully believe her. Or
All of the
don't,
rest-
or
all-
whatever.
All of the rest of you walk up as she's saying that. You could make sense motive checks too.
Night.
26.
She's not lying. There are people on the Thunderous Ascent's crew who have willingly decided to help.
Shit.
I need to say a thing.
Yeah, you're here.
We're here, right?
Yeah. You guys all
Okay.
run up, and Kai, just for like a split second, because I'm still holding my gun out, because while conflicted about shooting Rima, I gotta have some sort of threat. I turn for just a second, and see them coming, and just kind of, guys, hold on. And like
Leaf
stop you
pauses
before
in
you
the-
go any farther, kind of thing.
Leaf pauses as he's about to do something idiotic.
We're having a lovely little conversation right now.
Oh, look, the rest of the gang. Ah, it's so good to see all of you. She kind of takes a couple steps to the side so she can get a clear look at Aerie and says, "The freeloader stays inside or everything gets real nasty real quick, buddy. Just so you know."
At that point, Ari would reach out to his entity and be like, "If you don't want me to die, you better tell me what we're up against right now. because I'm about to step forward.
All you hear are the words,
Fucking run.
What?
Sick.
So you're not
I
gonna
don't
help
get
me if I go.
If necessary, I will take over your form and get you out of there.
and they climb up, but you can tell they're watching.
Okay.
Rima, or she who used to be Rima, turns to the rest of you and says, "Well, are we going to do something utterly ill-advised, or are we going to continue this conversation?"
I don't see why we have to choose now.
An excellent decision. Well, let's just stand here in anticipation, shall we? And she just kind of leans against the wall of one of the adobe buildings next to her and just smiles.
Leaf is holding an action.
What are you waiting to come shopping with us? Is that what's going on? You want to join us? Get
Oh,
the
that
fuck
would
out
be
of here.
lovely.
You delivered your message.
But
Well-
I'm enjoying your company so much.
No. I
How-
want to do
how well is-
something that's very ill-advised. I rolled too high to do it.
How well is this thing actually pretending to be Rima?
Quite well, I think.
Because we know
It's-
it's not.
You know it's not.
It's only her eyes, right?
Is it actually nailing her mannerisms completely? Like, is it really her? Does it sell the idea of being her, or is it Uncanny
sells-
Valley?
It's Uncanny Valley. It sells Rima as if she were a complete asshole.
Well,
which,
okay, wait, so-
despite what Kai may say, she isn't.
No, but I was gonna say, like, I imagine there's degrees to which, you know, we would know how much she's being Rima.
This is like Rima constantly being cruel and mean and awful and just aiming to torture with words. And Kai, even at her most angry, you have never seen her like that. You have never seen her this mean.
Oh, yeah, no, of course not.
But you've always been able to imagine it, and you've seen her turn it on others before.
Yeah.
This is what she's like, only none of the normal Rima's showing through.
I have a question.
Oh, please. I love to entertain questions. This is 20 questions quiz hour. Let's go.
Where are you from?
Earth, of course.
I see.
I am going to send a missive because I can do that. I'm gonna send a missive to. Quick question. Does missive automatically? Do people know who it's coming from?
Yeah, I believe so.
Are you sure?
I believe so.
I believe it comes through in your voice.
Oh, it comes through in your voice.
Because I believe Missive allows you to whisper a message, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I can find the answer really quick.
I should know it because I have it.
While you're doing this, Rima continues answering Leaf's question and says, "Obviously, I'm not being serious. That's where the shell comes from. Where I come from, I'm not sure you would fully comprehend it.
Try me.
A reality beautiful and deadly.
So like
It's
Australia.
really quite Australia's probably the closest on your home world. Although it's a little too bright, a little too warm. Just add a little bit of cold in there, a little bit of darkness, and you'd find home. Or at least for me.
Sounds lovely.
Oh, it is. Your universe just pales in comparison in some ways.
I'm sure it does.
Then why are you here?
We have our reasons.
Uh-huh.
Our
The reasons
reasons?
being killing all life, I'm sure, or some bullshit like that.
So if it's a place. Another universe, huh?
First time talking to a dimension walker?
No, actually.
Unfortunately, no, but this is the longest we've talked to one without it coming to bloodshed.
Okay, so
So that's for the
Usually
better.
our blood, unfortunately.
this is important that I hit this missive off pretty quick. So I'm just going to interrupt real fast. It says it's a one-way exchange from me to the subject, and it's a telepathic message, which means that I don't have to move my mouth or anything in order to send it, which is good. There's no information on if you know who it's coming from, but I am going to send this to Leaf.
Well, I would feel it then, because
Yeah, exactly. I don't really care if you know it's me or not. I was considering doing something else that's pretty stupid and decided not to. I say to Leaf with my 10 words, the normal shit ain't working. Please choose your words carefully. And if we go by Dimension 20 rules, curses don't count as the 10 words, so I add an extra please in there. Please.
Okay, fine.
There's a whole thing in that. So when they send missives, they usually start it off like, there was a pirate arc and they said, ahoy, ahoy, ye scurvy dog. And they're like, that counts as a curse in pirate language. So that's no words. Anyway, it's funny. Look, you delivered your message. You can go now. And Kai has done her best to
I'm gonna look at Kai questioningly.
Kai has done her best to fully shut down any of the emotion that she knows the demon is feeding off of. If you want me to roll for that, I can.
Yes, please. Make a bluff check.
Bluff? Okay.
Mm-hmm. What happens when you die?
Excellent. 19.
Oh. Well, when I die, this form will die, but I will return home.
I more meant what happens when your kind dies. We know it's happened.
I mean, in this universe, you go home.
Huh.
And listen, I know you think you managed to defeat one of us. Trust me. They're back home. They're getting chewed out right now. I promise they'll be back, probably with a vengeance, so you'd better watch your back.
Good to know. Leaf is taking frantic mental notes. And trying to decide still whether he wants to do the monumentally stupid thing that he's been holding in check.
I am actually going to attempt to, because you are not taking...
I said he looks at Kai questioningly, like...
Kai is going to put her gun away and say, I'm over this conversation. It was nice meeting you. And does the probably very risky thing of turning her back and starting to walk away, bringing Satsi with her. Come on, guys.
Immediately, Rima's voice changes. And those of you who can still see her, her mannerisms immediately change. She almost stumbles and is holding onto the wall and is struggling to apparently focus. Kai, don't go.
I turn around. And I... yeah. Okay. I turn around and I take a few steps towards her.
This looks like Rima, terrified. And she says, yeah, it's me. I don't know how long I've got.
Oh my god. Okay, I run over
stop
to
us.
her.
No. Brick grabs you. No.
He's
You know
got
what
the
she
right
can do with the touch.
He's got the right idea. You've got to stop us. I don't know their full plan, but they're going to...
How?
And for a moment, she just shrugs and stay in your place, little one.
Can I sense motive that? Was that fucking real, or is this thing fucking with us anymore?
Go ahead.
I can't sense that motive for sure. Guys, that's
24.
24. That was genuine.
Okay.
I now or never.
Oh.
Well,
Now what or never?
Now we're gonna go shopping or never.
all right.
The being shudders again and clutches the wall and says, "You have to stop thunderous ascent. Whatever means necessary, Kai. You understand me? Please?"
Yeah. We're gonna get you out of there. We're gonna get that thing out of there. We're gonna keep you in your own body.
Blow the ship up if you have to. With me on it. You don't want this to succeed.
I can't say anything to that. I just don't. I'm assuming she shifts back.
Not yet.
Okay.
See, she takes a moment and says, "Kai, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have ended. The last things I said to you were..."
Motherfucker.
And
Okay, Kai is crying now, so that's fun.
yep, and she struggles a little bit more and says, "Kai, and then she hesitates. Her eyes go blank for a moment, and then she just straightens, cracks her neck a little bit and says, "I believe she was about to say, 'I love you.' Adorable."
You can fuck right off, you bastard motherfucking, and I shoot the ground near her feet.
When
She doesn't
Kai-
even flinch.
I know. Get the
Does
fuck out of
that-
here already.
I don't
Yes.
hate me.
Leave.
Yes. What does
And-
Leaf do?
And Leaf does something really, really stupid because I rolled a fucking die.
God damn it.
Oh God.
This was the conversation we had off screen. Go ahead.
Okay.
Do it.
Um,
Kai can't react quick enough, I don't think, to stop you. So.
And Leaf just makes a sound that resonates in the air.
This feels like it's
okay.
time for a song.
And let me pull up my character sheet because
was
there's
gonna
a
say,
number that I need here.
I was gonna say I try to tackle you to the ground, but Brick's probably still holding me, huh?
Yeah, when I've been holding this action for a while now. And also the effect is instantaneous.
Great.
Mhm.
Let's do it.
And Leaf activates a power that he's been working on in secret for a while now.
Yep.
Called Dismissal.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing gets to make, I believe it's a will save. And it is, yeah, it's a will save, and it gets to add its hardness, which I believe is a physical property.
It's hilarious. Anyway. It's not fitting the mood.
To
for
its
this
saving throw, but it gets to subtract my level.
9.
Yeah, so it gets to subtract 9 from its saving throw.
Okay.
And if it doesn't succeed, it gets sent back to its plane of origin.
Okay. You know what? This is what fate points are for.
Yeah.
That becomes an auto crit. and I use up one of my fate points. And actually, no, that's more than one
That's
fate point.
way more than one. You
I'd say that would be a
bastard! Don't even try me.
That's a 4 fate point.
I have that shit
That's a
written down
4 fate
too.
point user. So yes, 4 fate points, and you try this, and you feel it start to work, but then the being locks eyes with you and just grins. You thought that would work on me? On me? Should have tried that. Should have tried that on that idiot you dealt with last time, and you might have been able to succeed. You know what?
Well, I had to try it. You know me, I'm a scientist. You've got Rima's memories.
Oh, don't I? And she is going to use, hang on. Sorry, this is going to take me just a moment to find the right thing.
The song can repeat. Kai is just kind of given up in Brick's arms as you've been holding her back, and she's just like, fucking, okay, whatever. This is fine.
She grins and snaps her finger and immediately disappears.
Yeah.
And Leaf, before you can do anything, you feel a massive strike. And let's see. That is okay. That wasn't me doing it this time. All right.
It was a crit.
And you.
Motherfucker, Leaf's dead. How many hit points you got, my boy?
You take
Not
14
enough.
points of
50?
non-lethal damage.
Okay.
Oh.
And you also get knocked prone as something just hits you. And then, let's see here. What's the next evil thing I'm gonna do?
Haven't you heard us enough? You, Grant, not the demon. I'm talking to you, my friend, my confidant, Grant Bowman. Haven't you fucked us over enough?
Let's see.
Oh god.
Sorry, I was not as prepared for this as I would have liked to have been. Gosh darn it. Brick, make a fortitude saving throw, please.
Do I also have to?
No, just Brick.
If I'm in the same spot? No. Okay.
25.
25? Okay. Instead of the full 20 damage, you take 10 points of damage as you just feel something eat away at your back. And then, Ari.
Mm-hmm.
You notice a barrier appear between you and everybody else. You cannot pass through it.
Oh.
And then, Rima reappears. You see twin side blades materialize in her hand like daggers, and let's do an opposed roll. She grabs Satsi from behind and just holds her,
No.
and has one of these blades up to her throat and is just ready to go. And
I have my gun out and trained on Rima's head.
another move, and your precious little initiate sadly will meet a unfortunate end.
Oh, you have no idea how quick of a draw I am.
Are you willing to bet her life on it? And she glances over in the direction of Carta, who has yet to make a move, and says, "Don't even reach for it, honey. Don't even try." And you see Carta's hand slowly just move away from her sidearm. Now, are we all ready to take a breath and calm down? I mean, I am loving the energy right now. It's delightful, delicious even. But I think we all know where this ends.
Leaf I wheeze and just like kind of shift to a sitting position. That was instructive.
Put her down.
I don't know
and
why.
leave.
I thought we were talking.
Leaf, shut the fuck up for a second.
If
For
she
what?
wanted to kill us, she would have.
Quite true. But I also agree with your commanding officer. She slowly releases Satsi and just pushes her away, and the side blades
grab her.
dematerialize.
Hmm?
And the side blades dematerialize as she just takes a couple of steps back the way you came from the alley, and she just kind of turns back and raises the hood of the kind of desert camo poncho that she's been wearing this whole time. And you notice, even in the bright daylight, under that hood, it's complete darkness, and all you see are two vivid blue specks. If you ever want to have a conversation with the real version of this person, or even have a chance of having another one of these riveting conversations, don't even try to find me. She turns around, and in a sudden gust of hot wind and a swirl of sand and dust, she disappears.
Kai throws her gun on the ground and just...
Aries furious.
Mother
I'm sorry.
fucker.
Well, all
It's-
things considered, that could have gone much worse,
Is that Carda?
I suspect. Yes.
I turn. And I'm too smart for this today. So I turn and I'm about to say something and I hold my tongue. I'm gonna go back to the ship now. And I pick up my gun and I walk away. Before I can lose my goddamn mind. Because I don't know what else to do. And it's 9 o'clock.
Oh, shopping?
That's why I went back to the ship.
And Satsi
shit.
follows you, and the rest of you start recovering, especially Leaf, who now has just a giant bruise on his thumb. And
No, Leaf is a giant bruise.
Leaf is
Yeah.
a giant bruise at this point. And yes, that is, of course, where we will leave it for today.
Holy shit. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. That's great. I love that. Okay. And it is 9 o'clock. Oh, well, thank you guys so much for joining us for this. You know, I really thought this was going to be a fun little shopping episode. I was going to have a little combo with Wadsworth. We were going to, like, start playing and stuff. No. Nope. We can't be happy. That's not allowed. Anyway, this was great. No, actually, this was very fun. This is a great game. Holy shit. Stakes. Anyway, thank you so much to our lovely Game Master Grant for just torturing all of us. And thank you to the most wonderful party mates in the world, Kyle, McKenna, and Amanda. Also, I want to make it very clear, and me and Kyle have had many discussions about this off camera. Me and his characters are pissed at each other. Oh, we love each other to death. It's totally fine. Everything's chill. Don't worry. This is a game, and we're good at acting. But as far as the rest of the week go, the week is over. But next week, I will be back on a Monday to play some more Dredge. Super cool game. No, I won't be back on Monday. Shit. Maybe I'll be here on Sunday because I have to work the worst freaking event. You would not believe what I have to do at work this week. It's gonna suck. But I will not be around on Monday. But I might be on Sunday. Check the schedule tomorrow morning. I might be playing Dredge on Sunday. Wednesday, we will have our astronomy stream. Aiden is back, so we will be talking about astronomy stuff. And then on Thursday, we will have a D&D stream, but it's going to be a little different. We're still going to, thank Christ, we decided that this was going to be a normal episode that we were going to pre-record and not like a backstory episode, because I would have lost, me personally, I would have lost my mind. Not just Kai. But we are going to do a... You need to do the pinky thing? Oh, Grant Pest the Cat like Dr. Abel, yes. But we are going to pre-record the next episode because we want to test it out and see how it goes. We've heard that other large D&D groups do this sometimes to interesting results. I mean, the big one, Critical Role. They do it.
Large D&D groups.
I mean, well, I think Dimension 20 does it sometimes too. But so we wanted to test it out as a way to, be able to bring y'all every week material when some of us aren't here. So, thank God, because now I don't have to wait a week to find out what the fuck happens. Because we're playing this in 2 days. But you guys will see it on Thursday. And at least one of us will be here in the chat to, like, hang out with y'all. But it will be a pre-recorded episode. But I think that's about it. God damn it, I'm stressed. Oh my god. Oh, it's September.
You would not believe the dice roll that made that happen.
Yeah, it's probably a 1.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1 on my just like wisdom. Is would he do this?
Incredible. You have the highest wisdom of anyone on this team. Anyway, I know that because of the sheets. Anyway, we will actually end this. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out. And it's September. If you want to subscribe, you should do it. It's 25% off. We will see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.